Long have I been forlorn, and all for thee. Welcome, dread fury, to my woeful house. Rapine and murder, you are welcome too. How like the Empress and her sons you are! But you're welcome as you are. What shall we do?
What wouldst thou have us do, Andronicus?
Show me a murderer, and I'll deal with him.
Show me a villain that hath done a rape, and I shall be revenged on him.
Show me 1,000 that have done thee wrong, and I will be revenged on them all.
Look round about the wicked streets of Rome, and when thou find'st a man that's like thyself, good murder, stab him. He's a murderer. Go thou with him, and when he is thy hap to find another that is like thee, good rapine, stab him. He's a ravisher. Go thou with them, and in thy emperor's court there is a queen, attended by a Moor. Well shalt thou know her by thy own proportion, for up and down she doth resemble thee. I pray thee do on them some violent death. They have been violent to me and mine.
Well hast thou lessoned us. This shall we do. But would it please thee, good Andronicus, to send for Lucia thy thrice valiant son, who leads towards Rome a band of warlike Goths, and bid him come and banquet at thy house? When he is here, even at thy solemn feast, I will bring in the Empress and her sons, the Emperor himself, and all thy foes, and on thy mercy shall they stoop and kneel, and on them shalt thou ease thy angry heart. What says Andronicus to this device?
Marcus! Marcus, my brother, 'tis sad Titus calls. Go, gentle Marcus, to thy nephew Lucius. Thou shalt inquire him out among the Goths. Bid him repair to me, and bring with him some of the chiefest princes of the Goths. Bid him encamp his soldiers where they are. Tell him the emperor, and the empress too, feast at my house, and he shall feast with them. This do thou for my love, and so let him, as he regards his aged father's life.
This will I do, and soon return again.
Now will I hence about thy business, and take my ministers along with me.
Nay, nay, let rape and murder stay with me, or else I'll call my brother back again, and cleave to no revenge but Lucius.
What say you, boys? Will you abide with him, whilst I go tell my lord the emperor how I have governed our determined jest? Yield to his humour, smooth, and speak him fair, and tarry with him till I turn again.
I knew them all, though they supposed me mad, and will o'erreach them in their own devices, a pair of cursed hellhounds, that dame. Madam, depart at pleasure, and leave us here.
Farewell, Andronicus. Revenge now goes, to lay a complot to betray thy foes.
I know thou dost, and sweet revenge, farewell.
Tell us, old man, how shalt we be employed?
Tut, I have work enough for you to do. Marcus! Marcus, come hither! Marcus!
What? What is your will?
Know you these two?
The Empress's sons, I take them. Chiron, Demetrius.
Fie, Marcus, fie, thou art too much deceived. This one is murder. Rape is the other's name, and therefore bind them, gentle Marcus. Marcus, lay hands on them. Oft have you heard me wish for such an hour, and now I find it. Therefore bind them sure, and stop their mouths if they begin to cry.
Villains, forbear! We are the Empress's sons, and therefore do I what I am commanded.
Come, come, Lavinia, look, thy foes are bound. Oh, villains, Here stands the spring whom you have stained with mud. You killed her husband, and for that vile fault 2 of her brothers were condemned to death. My hand cut off and made a merry jest. Both her sweet hands, her tongue, and that more dear than hands or tongue, her spotless chastity, inhuman traitors you constrained and forced. What would you say if I should let you speak? Villains, for shame you could not beg for grace. Hark, wretches, how I mean to martyr you. This one hand yet is left to cut your throats, whiles that Lavinia 'tween her stumps doth hold the basin that receives your guilty blood. You know your mother means to feast with me, and calls herself Revenge, and thinks me mad. Hark, villains, I will grind your bones to dust, and with your blood I'll make it a paste, and of the paste a coffin I will rear, and make 2 pastries of your shameful heads, and bid that strumpet, your unhallowed dam, like to the earth swallow her own increase. This is the feast that I have bid her to, and this the banquet she shall surfeit on. For worse than Philomel you used my daughter, and worse than Progne I will be revenged. And now prepare your throats. Lavinia, come, receive the blood. Come, come, be every one officious to make this banquet, which I wish I may prove more stern and bloody than the centaur's feast.